So I realized that my iPhone 14 Pro has a better audio quality than attaching it with the Rode mic, which I didn't know before uploading the previous video, which I thought is going to have a better quality. But here I'm just checking things out, because when you shoot and upload a video on YouTube, the results tend to differ. Something that I'm being able to hear while I am just seeing the video after it's done is different from, okay, some Bollywood moment happening here for my hair because it's too windy here in Jaipur. So the thing is, I thought the Rode mic is going to give me a better audio quality, but then I realized that it is probably better for outdoors and not indoors, because if you have an iPhone 14 Pro or any other Pro versions for that matter, I think the audio quality might be better than the Rode mic, which kind of made me a little disappointed, because A, I've paid a lot for that mic. B, I thought it's going to, it takes some time to, adjust and, get things in order just to get a video going. But I guess this audio quality is pretty good just in itself. So I'm going to use the mic outdoors, and for indoors, if I'm making videos like this, I'd rather go just with the camera and me on the other side. There is going to be a lot of noise around, and that's something that I'm not very I really don't have the tools to remove them. Also, no money to hire an editor right now to get my videos done. But okay, coming to the main point, I wanted to talk about travel content creation and content creation in totality, which right now for me is kind of going through a pause and blank space. So this was the best time for me to make this video up, because when I am not being able to process, organize and go forward is the time when I wanted to shoot a video and probably find my solution while talking to myself. So I started content creation, travel content creation in 2022 March. It's been 2 years, and my Insta profile currently has over like 3,000 followers. Not a lot. I wish I could do like a full-time travel thingy when it comes to like people quitting jobs and going full on travel, and this is one life and you're young and you can travel when you have the ability to do so. But on the contrary, I do not have the privilege as yet to just go all in on travel, and the reason is I have responsibilities, this money to pay, and I really envy the people who literally just quit their jobs and get this. It's possible for them to do so, because I hope they come from some kind of financial stability, or they just go in without having things sorted, which is again a different way to approach life. But when you got bills to pay, not just for yourself but for other people, that's the time when you need to like reevaluate and take each and every step a little more carefully. I have not been the most careful when it comes to spending money. I wish I had thought a little better. I had planned myself a little better, worked a little harder to get things going. But okay, you learn through the process. Everything just doesn't come with a manual, and we just have to figure things out on the way. So travel content creation for me still looks like something which a lot of creators like. There's one set of creators who have gotten it straight, like they've done the full-time remote jobs and they've traveled and they've juggled between the two until finally they could like monetize their travel journeys and just do that and like quit completely, which is one way to approach, which currently I am also doing when it comes to freelancing. But for me, things worked out in a different way when it comes to traveling with writing, because I have always been a freelancer and I've been freelancing for like from home for like 10 years. So it became a little easier for me when it came to finally taking the plunge to like go travel, find get to know places, explore places, and then eventually into writing when it comes to just sticking to travel creation. When it just comes to travel writing, probably making videos, I've not done it for anybody else, I'm just currently doing it for myself. And if eventually I do upskill with those uh, other set of skills that is required for complete content creation, then of course that might be another way to approach. But for now, I'm just doing it for myself. So I again do envy people who have their things straight when it comes to, yes, I'm going all in, I have the money. You either have the money and you just jump into content creation, you either balance two out, or you just full out quit a job and just go on and all travel and figure this out. Because when you take an extreme step like that, the nature also gives you, you know, that kind of a push. And I think the most people who have been able to crack this are people who have actually quit everything and just and have gone that route. But on the contrary, there have also been people who we probably do not know, and also stories where we get to see, okay, a lot of people did just quit travel and quit their jobs and just traveled, and the repercussions were bad. They wanted to join their jobs back, they had a year gap, and they couldn't figure it out within the time they thought that they would. And that is, I feel, more scary compared to balancing both, or having enough money to just jump in when it comes to creation. Travel in itself, when it comes to content creation, is one of the most expensive niches you can choose. It is not making reaction videos from home, it is not just having like a camera set up and having informative reels to make, researching from home, having the laptop, having everything, you know. It does come easier, content creation does come easier to different type of people compared to the niche they create, the niche they choose. But travel isn't one of them. It is one of the hardest, it is one of the most it's one of the most riskiest. You never know, you're all the time trying to acclimatize yourself, you're all the time trying to change your place, get to work. It constantly keeps changing. You're all the time on the go, and you need money for the same thing to do. So, well, it's I'm making this video at a time when I'm in Jaipur, and this is the time when all the festivals in Rajasthan happen. Like, there's Jaisalmer festival coming up. I just found out there was a festival in Nagaur, and I'm in Jaipur, and I'm not being able to go to all these places because right now I am not in the position to do so. So it is hard. So anybody who wants to pursue travel content creation should have at least three things figured. Do I have the money to go all in? Can I balance both? Can I just quit everything and just take that highway, because that's what my heart desires the most? So if you have clarity to any of these three, then probably it is a way to go. I have chosen the middle way because the extreme path is not something that I can afford to do. The first part is not something that I have had, but yes, I did have a certain amount of asset which I did spend, and that is what I'm trying to materialize at this point in time by utilizing all the content that I've created over the past 1 year to now finally extract all the information, data, collect and create whatever I can make from it. So yeah, it is hard. It is one of the most hardest niches, and I'm saying this even when I don't have a lot of experiences in a lot of content creation niches. But there are some niches where you can do just with your phone. You can just start off, and there are easier options to go in. But if you really want to take the hard route, this is one of the most toughest ones to try, but definitely worth it. I'm not in a position to confirm how good this is, but I have an amazing feeling that this was the best thing I could have chosen for myself, and this is something that not everyone can dare to do. If you think you can, go in. If you think you cannot, or if you don't love it enough, then please don't. Because I think whenever you're choosing a niche content creation, one thing that you have to keep in mind is, what is that thing that I can never stop talking about? For me, it was travel. For me, it was those moments when I spent in Bali, where I felt like, okay, we're gonna die, okay, it's over, okay, this is the end. But that was the most fulfilling experiences that I've had, where all the near death experiences were like touching a part of, touching a space where you just, you put your hand in fire and you come back. So once you've done that and you know how it feels, you kind of want to do it more. So yeah, you got to love what you do, because when you don't stop talking about what you do, that is when you know that you can put all your heart, soul, and everything possible to make it work.